I'm going to be showing you how to draw something kinda like me. So here's the equipment I use. I use crayons, a black marker, and a pencil. You don't need glue. I use it to glue my page back in afterwards because my pen's bleed through. Here are the markers I use. If you don't have these markers, of course it's okay to use pencil, crayon, or regular markers. Of course your sketch doesn't need to look the exact same to the reference. I always try to make it look that way people will know I haven't traced and stuff. I always start with the hair. It's the easiest part to do if your pages are small and you don't have a lot of room to build. It also helps build to the face, then the body. I only do half bodies most of the time. If you're struggling to make it similar to reference, please don't worry. It doesn't really matter sometime that you don't want to give yourself burnout or stress yourself out. If it's someone like Keith or Lance, I tend to make their jawlines smaller because I feel like DreamWorks.kinda exaggerated.them. Also for the mouths, DreamWorks makes the mouths kind of close to the nose, so I like to even it a bit by making the mouth in the middle of the nose. I'm not doing that part yet, though. To even the eyebrows out and the eyes, you can do the first eye, then make a box around them where both the eyes would be so they stay in line. If the eyes don't look in the same direction, please try and fix it because it will help your drawing look more even. If you don't use markers, this might be hard unless you have crayons. Pencils are okay too, though. They can be easy to blend if you have a blending thingy. I forgot what they're called. Check in any draws or collect any equipment you find. They are always useful for stuff like this.
I imagine a future where I can be with you.
If you don't have any markers whatsoever, feel free to use pencils or crayons. Just try to stay in the same color palette as the reference. Basically anything works as long as you can blend that or just try shade.
And when you're blue, I'm red. I wanna kiss your neck and make you purple all over.
For the skin color, always go light to dark. The light one will be their original color, and then the darker colors will be like their faint blush or shade. If you don't have their exact skin color, of course that's fine. I never do either, just try to find something similar to their color. I normally do outline first. It helps me figure out what color I need to use for that area since it's flip instead of messy and unfocused. I know it might smudge, and that's fine because you can go over with your blush shading colors. I know it looks super cartoony, but just trust me. Use markers like not mine that bleed out your paper. Please sure to rip out the paper and glue it in afterwards. Once everything is finished,
Hey, are you okay,
this
dude?
will give you more
I'm
pages
fine.
instead of covering them
I started
or
thinking about
wasting
going
them.
back to Earth.
I will be showing you
Started missing my
colors
mom,
just in
my
case
brother
the
Marco,
users are using the
my
same
brother Luis,
reference
my
or
sister
you that have the
Veronica,
same markers.
my grandma.
I switched to a different color because the one before was too pink.
When I get home, I'm gonna bury you.
Once you have added the skin color, we will be moving to the shading and faint blush, which helps make it stand out. My camera quality isn't the fast, so it looks quite orange, but trust me, it looks shaded IRL. I used a peachy colored marker from the brand Crayola for a faint blush.
Hey, are
Oopsie,
you
it doesn't
okay,
have to
dude?
be the exact same marker. It's just in case you have
started
it.
thinking about
Any other
going
color
back to
similar
Earth.
to this marker is
Started-
okay. Please don't be telling me it looks orange. I know it does on dot camera, but it isn't IRL 3.
Make my leg hurt me bad, make me cry. I'm so sad. Make my leg hurt me bad, make me cry. I'm so sad.
For a starter of your shading blush, always go light to dark. Like I said, 3. Do around the area my finger is dot point. Now that is done, it's not time to do the darker colors. I know the hair looks very plain and simple right now, but after everything is done and shaded with the hair. Go in the color palette of their skin color. Do not use bright oranges for the shading, using a light pink or light orange. Now use a light orange or pink. I'm really sorry it looks so orange.
Goodbye, Papa, please pray for me.
For the
I
eyes,
was
use
the
a
black
bluish
sheep
purple
of the
color.
family. You tried to teach me right from wrong.
Get 2 different ones. It would be a light purple for the darker blue and then a light blue for the lighter blue. Now for their shirt, go in the dot color palette of the shirt dots, for example. That means orange, yellow, and like a brown. Of course, go in with your lightest dot color and do the opposite of the darker dot. I roughly do the darker colors anywhere I feel like. Now back to the face. For a darker blush, use red, brown, and white. Feel free to use dot to blend. Basically go over your shaded areas for the blush too. Makes it stand out a bit. Now that's done, get your other dot color.
Run from your demons until you are exhausted. One day you will have to stop and find out what they want.
Now your lighter color is done. Now go in with your darker ones again.